Whiskey, won't you come and take my trouble? 'Cause I can't seem to do it on my own. In the morning there is hours.
We're live, guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Gonna let this rock for a bit. Season 3, Set Connects. This is legit now, guys. It's legit. Shout out to all the brands that you guys see on the screen there. Sync SF, La Familia, The Fizz, Dope Flavors, 4Gs, Yerba. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Set Connects. This is your host, Danny, and I'm here with B. What's up, B? How are you today?
Pretty good. Enjoying the weather. What about you?
I'm good, man. It has been hot this weekend, right? Here in LA.
Yeah, but it's been good.
I hope it's been okay for everyone else everywhere around the country and around internationally, too. I've heard that I've had a few folks from different countries told me that they've been watching the episode, man. So we're hitting different reaches.
Worldwide.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Like the COVID, bro.
That's right. Yeah. Just like the code.
But in a nice way.
In a very
nice way.
Absolutely.
Very productive way.
Absolutely. Changing lives. We're changing lives.
Changing them, not taking them.
Yeah.
It's the slogan.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, man. Want to start off by saying hi to Dalia. Hi, Dali. Hi, Faith. Hi, Rosemary. I got 3 now. It's fucking crazy.
I know.
Yeah, bro, girl power.
I got girl power.
I share that with you. Girl power, bro.
Love that.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
And we'll definitely get into that.
Yeah.
For our first-time listeners, this is Cannabis Entrepreneurial Dialogues. Our mission is to create safe spaces for people of color, brands of color, to be able to elevate their voices by educating and empowering our communities through storytelling and experiences with cannabis. And with whether you're a user, whether you work in the industry, whether you're thinking about working in the industry, that's definitely the voice that we want to hear and platform that we want to create. So thank you for tuning in. If you guys want to be on the show, make sure to hit us up. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at _connects, CED_connects. If you haven't hit that subscribe button on YouTube, make sure you do that as well. We want to go ahead and share it too. Share it to your friends, share it with your families. We want these messages to be heard. We want these brands to be found out and listen to their stories. We got a few things coming up this month. Bunch of great guests coming through. So again, _connects on Instagram and on YouTube. Our channel, Said Connects. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can get all those notifications and updates. And shoot us a message. Let us know what you guys think of the show. If you want to be on the show too, hit us up. We can make that happen. More than happy to hear your story and let folks find out more about you and your brand.
Dope, bro. Dope message.
We got some sponsors we got to hit up. The parent company in Kaliva. Thank you guys for giving us a chance. But if you guys go ahead and shop at Kaliva.com and use promo code SEDConnects30, you'll go ahead and receive 30% off your first order, and you'd also receive free delivery on that order. So make sure to go ahead and shop Kaliva.com, CALIVA.com. Use promo code SEDConnects30, all one word, and you'll get 30% off your first delivery. And free delivery too, which is fucking dope. You don't have to drive with all these crazy gas prices that are here in LA.
No.
Johnny, I know you coming from out of town. What do you think about these gas prices, man?
I'm glad I didn't drive.
Yeah, you're glad you yeah.
First one right there. I'm glad I didn't drive.
Yeah.
Well, we got a special guest in the house today. I'm excited to have him in. I've known this cat for years, and we'll definitely get into the history behind us. But we got Mr. Johnny Pincay, Mr. Pincay in the house.
Appreciate you guys having me on there. I really do, man. The invitation was one of a kind, bro. I couldn't pass up the opportunity for sure.
Yeah, man, and you definitely have a story to tell, and we definitely want to be able to hear it, and we know that our listeners can gain some knowledge from your story, and or at least relate
Correct,
to
correct.
it, and
Yeah.
that's something that we definitely want out there. We know that you are a chef,
Correct.
you're a
Correct.
father,
Correct.
you served in the military. Thank you for
Correct.
your
I
service.
appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. It was an honor.
What else have you done? You've done it all,
Yeah, bro.
man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. After I got out of the army offered so much. So certified welder, did that in Arizona. Minor in writing actually when I was in college. I went to all Christian university, believe it or not.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
me. Yeah. It was the funniest thing in the world because we're in the middle of Texas and well, you already know. You already know.
Yeah,
for sure.
middle of
I don't-
Texas.
It doesn't have to be said. You know what I mean? I was in the middle of Texas.
Middle of
That's
Texas.
Yeah, a big brown tattooed got confused for a Polynesian sometimes. Yeah. It went well for sure. It went well for sure. But no, it was dope. It was great experiences. I've had the honor of experiencing a lot, bro, in my short years. So, um, it's led me to where I am today for sure.
Nice. Nice. Texas, man. We'll get to all that.
Yeah.
But like we'd like to do with all of our with all our viewers and all our guests, we want to learn a little bit more about you and your history, about
Gotcha.
where you grew up. So
Gotcha.
so share with us
Hawthorne.
about your where's your upbringing, where you from.
Gotcha. So majority of the time, so all right, let's go back and forth. My dad's Ecuadorian, from Ecuador. Got here in his early 20s. You know what I mean? New York and back to LA. My mom's from Guatemala. Same thing. Came here. Both came here con papeles, whatever the case may be. So that the struggle's real. I understand it. You feel me? So, but they made it here that way. They met. Yeah, sabes, I don't need to explain to you. We're all adults. You know what I mean? How it happens. But yeah.
You came,
I got here.
yeah.
And then lo and behold, let's fast forward a little bit. We shared breakfast pizza at York. You know what I mean, bro? So we're moving it that way now. But no, grew up in Hawthorne, man. Yeah, York Elementary. Shout out to those guys out there.
Shout out to York.
Yeah, York all the way. You know what I mean? That's where I met most of the guys I know today. Some of the guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the Hawthorne area in Inglewood Imperial. That's where I'm from. You know what I mean? Born and raised.
Oh,
born and raised,
Imperial.
for sure.
Damn, that's right. You
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
You lived there for a minute,
Yeah,
next
bro,
to the tire shop.
Shout out, bro. You know what I mean? To Imperial, bro. That's the spot. That's the spot. It all happens on Imperial for sure.
For those that know, no.
Well, not anymore. Not since the stadium. No,
Well,
it's a completely different story now.
Right.
Yeah. Those young ladies have left the location. You know what I mean?
That's what
I didn't know what was going on, by the way.
Not at all. You were a kid. You were a kid.
Yeah, like I said, that area. Then I'm saying, just that whole kind of South Bay area, bro. I love the beach. We're always 15 minutes away from the beach.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe in the South Bay. Always has been. You know what I mean? So, a little bit of everything. It's a dope vibe in Hawthorne. You know what I mean? For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, talk to us about your relationship with cannabis in the household early on.
Okay, so, and I think we had discussed this before. I think I had commented on one of your podcasts one day that it's crazy that most of the, you know what I mean, our older generation parents, things like that, their perception of cannabis came from that Escobar era. You know what I mean? The guy was on TV 24 hours a day, was a pot smoker, so they
Yeah.
assumed that was the worst thing possible. So we came from a generation of those folks,
Right.
So it's the worst. Ay,
Yeah.
marihuana, mijo, no, el diablo, el marihuano. So, you know what I mean? I disagree too. That's my dog, by the way, in the background. Because she's agreeing with me too. But no, but I mean that was their mentality. So I grew up, like I said, very strict on marijuana. My dad always told me that the worst thing in the world to be was a marijuana, what they call it in Ecuador was a grifo. But it was the worst thing to be, you know what I mean? So, but even then in my teenage years, I didn't smoke too much. I really didn't. Yeah,
Okay.
I was quite the opposite. Didn't really smoke too much. Smoked here and there a couple of times, but it wasn't
Right.
a big facet for me. I wasn't huge on it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Really early on, I was into making money, so I realized it's just getting high, bro. So I got lazy a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that was in the early teenage years, so I didn't do it too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then fast forward, like I said, I joined the army about 19 years old.
Well, before you even get there, one, do you have siblings?
I do. Just a shout out to those guys. I got two brothers, George and Victor. Then I got an older sister named Claudia out in Wilmington. Yeah, he's agreeing with me too.
Oh man,
I'm sorry about that, guys. New puppy.
it's all good.
But yeah. As I said, shout out to those guys. I got two brothers and a sister out here in Wilmington, California. So they're all like, so most of my brothers spread out. I got
Yeah.
one in North Carolina. I got another one out in Eagle, Colorado, at a ski resort. So we're
Nice.
kind of spread out, man. Not too much unity.
So
And that aspect, we're not getting together too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah,
So
for sure. So all right, so now you wanted to fast forward into the
well, I was gonna go into the army, but I was
Army.
gonna go into the cannabis use. So we could backtrack. So when
Yeah.
you said my relationship with cannabis, honestly, my relationship with cannabis truly began. We're talking post army PTSD era. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I tried it all. So that's why I
Yeah.
said I want to kind of backtrack about the experience, but that's when my true relationship began with cannabis. Shout out to Talalea Alua, one of the dopest Samoans in the world. Cool army buddy of mine, lived across the street from me. He's actually a guy that actually put it to my mouth. Honestly, you know what I mean? I was on medication. I was having a hard time. That dude, he knew the struggle. He really
Yeah.
did. Yeah, he knew the struggle for sure. So when he put it in my mouth,
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
yeah.
All I can see picture is Scott right now.
yeah. Shout out to the Samoans out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, the homie, straight up, he's the one that kind of told me to get off that medication. He had suffered for many years as well, and it's a hermit crab phase. So yes, I mean that's really what it is. You don't want to be around nobody. You can't do anything. You know what I mean? So he's the one that introduced me.
And we're
to
talking about the PTSD.
yeah,
phases.
for sure,
Gotcha.
for sure. So
Okay.
that's when my true relationship began with cannabis, bro. Was right then and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's after all that kind of stuff was rattling in my head. I always explained it one way, and I guess some folks can relate. When you see the sound waves on those radios, you know what I mean? They go up and down, they curve up and down, right? It's just what's going on inside your body, I guess you could say, for most of the time for me. And on consumption of cannabis, man, it's like goes to a straight line. You know what I mean? I'm balanced out.
Yeah.
So I'm able to focus. I'm able to do things. You know what I mean? I'm able to enjoy my time. The hyper awareness disappears.
Now,
You know what I mean?
before you got there, though, how long did it take for you to like have these experiences of PTSD to like obviously that your buddy there didn't just happen from one day to the next.
Right.
It had to walk us through that process of things that you were experiencing, and how long were you experiencing these PTSD symptoms that led you to I don't know if did you seek the help, or was it because you were having conversations with your partner and your friends or buddies?
Yeah.
Like how did that happen?
So I can always talk about most of the cliche things that happen to most of us. It's the alcoholism, the womanizing. You look for a lot of these external pleasures. You know what I mean? So early on, I did a lot of wrong. You know what I mean? In so many aspects, whether it was abusing alcohol, to be honest with you, it was abusing cocaine as well. And then, of course, like I said, abusing the relationship with my family, which is foremost the biggest one. And I found that destroying that. And then that's kind of when I kind of said it was those small things, those things when I noticed that my family was pushing away from me. When I noticed my kids were more so knowing that, hey, dad, something's wrong with dad.
Yeah.
He's not normal, I guess you can say. When those things kind of started becoming more apparent for me, that's when I started seeking, like I said, more treatment. So I went over to the VA. I did the VA. I went in and said, let me talk to somebody. I did that. I did the group therapies. I did the individual therapies. I denied medication for many years.
And when you say denied medication, like what were they like prescribing, like pills?
Antidepressants. Yeah.
Okay.
One of them being, like I said, I think was the biggest poison, and I'm against whoever created it. Shout out to you. I hope you have an electric car and don't find a charger anywhere nearby. Straight up amitriptyline. Whoever was the creator of that medication, I'm gonna tell you what, that guy is a devil. But that was one of the first ones that they kind of started getting prescribing me. And then I remember the VA had messed up my address, and they forgot to send my refill. And true to the story, man. I talked about this a little deep, but I think it was on the third day of me missing my dosage, bro. That's when I ended up checking myself into the VA in Waco, bro, at the homicide ward. It was a suicide ward, but I was there for homicide. I entered into a rage, bro, that I couldn't. It was uncontrollable. You know what I mean? And destroying a wall in my house, and it was triggered by something probably minute. You know what I mean? It really was. But then I was at a whack, completely. My mind was, and the best way I can describe it on the physical aspect, bro. There was these electric charges going through my brain, and I could feel them. I could feel one side of my brain was charging off to the other side, and it confused me a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when those things were happening, that's when I knew how to do something else, bro. The medication I couldn't do anymore. So as I said, that's when I was introduced to cannabis, bro. And I'll never look back ever again, bro. The taboo has completely disappeared from me.
What was the medication causing that? Because I have had people tell me that when they get on certain medicines, like it hijacks them.
Mm.
And so what was the difference between, did you experience any of that? And then when you switched to cannabis, what was it that you said, oh shit, this is good and this
Mm.
makes me feel better, instead of what the medication was doing?
Do you guys remember that movie Click? You remember that was Adam Sandler, the movie Click,
Oh,
where
yeah,
he has
yeah,
a
yeah.
remote and he fast
Yeah.
forwards and everything. And then after a certain point in that movie, he had fast forward so much that it went like an auto fast forward, and he just skipped parts of his life, right? And there's a scene
Wow.
where he was just like sitting at dinner with his family. I mean, it was a mute. He can say, "Oh yeah," he was shaking his head like with the all
Yeah.
green, and but you weren't really there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what was happening. It's lifeless, honestly. It is. You're somewhere
Yeah.
else. You're transported somewhere else. You're not yourself. So compare that to me being on cannabis, and what happens is that now I'm elated. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I think things are happening for me. I'm seeing the colors. I'm enjoying the sounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm enjoying my kids running around instead of, when I'm not
Absent.
absent. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
there. I know that unconsciously things are happening around me.
Yeah.
So there goes the difference between, say, between the cannabis and me going ahead and taking the pills. But guess which one's illegal? Guess which one's still
Shit.
looked down upon? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Especially in the state that you're in too, right?
But Texas, come on, man. That's the
Yeah.
last one. That's gonna be the last state to ever legalize, or to even look at it in any other aspect besides, it's evil. You know, Texas for sure will be the last one, and that's something that. And what throws me off is that Texas is proud about its military. It really is. It's huge on its
Yeah.
military. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? As a state in general, they're a very proud
Mhm.
state for that. So you would assume, honestly, that Are we going? Are we going?
We had some technical difficulties, but no,
difficulty.
go ahead,
Yeah.
keep going.
So you would assume that a state like that, that's so proud, will look at some of the solutions that they can, so that 22 veterans a day, you know what I'm saying, taking their lives, which is a true statement. They will look for a different solution. And I'm not saying Texas is the only state, because I mean, we got different military in all kinds of states, but if they're legally prescribing this poison, bro, to these veterans, right? And as I'm walking into Texas VA, and it's specifically what I'm talking about, they're legally prescribing this poison to us, right? And I got plenty of buddies. Shout out to all these guys. Shout out Brandon Beard, bro. One of my biggest homies too. Also, when I first started smoking cannabis, he was growing in Texas and stuff like that. Not to shoot him out, but he loved it for what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was spiritual about the plant. So he really was like, not even like a shaman, bro, but he was really introduced me to the spiritual side of cannabis. So shout out to that dude, because he was dope in that introduction to cannabis. So when I met him and he was a veteran and he was suffering, like I said, you can't look at cannabis in an evil way when these guys are suffering, man.
Yeah.
These guys are truly suffering. You can't look at it in a negative way, because the pills that they're giving them are destroying them and destroying families. You know what I mean? Cannabis, we're destroying in and out. You feel me? That's it. That's all we're destroying at the parking lot. So
Destroying in and
you know,
out.
it's destroying in and out in the parking lot.
It took me a minute.
No, you're good.
It took-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fizz. You feel me? It takes a little while to process. You feel me? So, but no, yeah. I mean, honestly, you feel me? So it's I really don't understand anymore why any state is still against it, man, or we're not legalizing it. I mean, and if we're talking about just that on that aspect, let's talk about the monetary aspect too. I mean, what it's bringing into the state, man. It's not evil money. You know what I mean? It's not evil money that's coming in. So, and then, like I said, a lot of these companies, man, are, and what I like about your show, I'm be honest with you, this is what I love about your show, bro, is that all these family companies, right? They depend on people to get their word out, get their product out, bro, enjoy their product. And here's the thing. Every shop I've ever walked into, bro, has always given me some real mad respect for veterans discount or something like that, or whatever the case may be, bro. So it throws me out. We get more support from the dispensaries, bro. We may get support from these companies, these products, and things like that, bro. And we all from our own government. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to these companies, because they're really dope. They look out for us. I've seen some of the packaging for military on Veterans Day, stuff like that. They go for that. Super dope. So I've come out here. I lived out here for a year. So I was out here for Veterans Day, the sales, the things like that, things they did, the donations they were giving. I know there was a shop in Torrance doing donations. So honestly, bro, weed has done more for veterans personally for me, bro, than the government has and the VA has and a lot of other people have. Yeah. So
And that's powerful to hear, but also on the flip side, unfortunate to hear, because of all of the, like you say, resources that they put into building what our military is, but then we always hear this, right? We always hear
Right.
the
Right.
stories of everyone after, and
Yeah.
the fucked
Yeah.
up shit that goes on. And
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
movies that depict it. There's all kinds of shit that depict it.
And that
Um,
the classic tale goes as follows, man. It's they teach you how to turn it on, but they don't teach you how to turn it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how pretty much what happens is they teach you how to go ahead and do everything that you got to do or get ready, whatever case may be. And I always break it down to one thing because I'm no Chris Kyle, bro. I wasn't out there, you know what I mean, kissing babies and taking names. You know what I mean? I did my part. I did what I had to do.
And by doing that, you mean by peeling the potatoes,
Peeling the potatoes,
and,
yeah.
getting the
Scratching
food
the
ready,
bags, foot rubs and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
But no, I mean you experience these things, bro. And you see these things, and then you come back, and then there are more resources to train you. There's more emphasis on getting you ready. When you get out, bro, it's like a 30-day process to process out of the army. Now I don't know if they
Really?
may have changed it, but you go through it.
And how long ago were you serving?
So I joined the army in 2003. It was the end of 2003. I did a active reserve for a year. And then we just went full active after that in 2004's October timeframe. So I ended up leaving to Fort Hood, Texas after that. I did all my training at Fort Knox. A shout out to Fort Knox, dope spot to be at. But then I ended up going to Fort Hood after and decided to go active. So I was going to do reserve for a little bit, but I decided, man, I wanted to be regular Army. So joined in, stayed there till about, so I served 8 active and then 2, what they call inactive reserve. So
Okay.
my official retirement date was December of 2014. So that was
Yeah.
my official retirement day.
Wow.
So just a little bit shy under 10 years total active service. I would have loved to stay in, but you have to understand something about that era too. And that was our generation, I guess you can say. Everyone has their, Vietnam has theirs, Desert Storm has theirs. We got ours from the Iraqi war. So it was a back-to-back rotation for those deployments. So in those 10 years, I got about just shy of 4.5 combat time. Okay. 4.5 years of combat time.
And where did you serve?
So Iraq,
Iraq?
2 times in Iraq and once in Afghanistan. So
Oh shit. And then this was all this was pre Osama bin Laden. Like, well, no, it was during
Osama bin Laden.
during,
Yeah,
what
during
what
Osama
I guess
bin
what I meant was he hadn't been assassinated.
No,
yet,
not yet. No, he hadn't been assassinated.
Okay.
I think he got assassinated like in 2011, 2012, something like that.
Gotcha.
By the time I was back in Iraq at that year I was back in Iraq.
Yeah. Because we were in high school when 9/11
when
happened,
9/11
right?
happened. Yeah, we're in high school. I remember waking up
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah,
So
we were.
crazy
Yeah.
that changed my life. That's the reason I joined in actually.
Really?
After 9/11, bro, my brother.
I thought so. It
he
wasn't so.
So-
It wasn't all of the training we did in the Boy Scouts.
No, I wasn't the Boy Scout.
Shout out to 734.
Yeah, so shout out 34. Hey, Raul. It's definitely Eagle Scout for sure.
Shoot. Wolfpack.
Wolfpack. But those good times, man. Hey, in those days, you can go camping for $20. Yo, you couldn't beat it. You know what I mean? Shout out to the crock pots at the camping sites. Dutch ovens.
And our little casinos.
Yeah, dope.
Yo, we used to have we had casinos in our little tents, and we had bodyguards in the front watching over to make sure that the scout leaders weren't gonna catch us.
This is what happens when you get a bunch of fools from out there and Nick want to join the Boy
Yeah,
Scouts.
that's what happens. Yeah, exactly.
Join the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, and but it was fun, man. I really enjoyed our time with the Boy Scouts, man. That shit was dope.
I was hanging out with you know what's crazy because I always equated it to like, I don't know if you guys watch some of these old movies, man, but one of them is like Stand By Me. You see all the kids when they're little and stuff like that. They're camping and stuff. So for me, like it wasn't just as good because we're in in the concrete jungle. We ain't had no woods. Hawthorne. You feel me? But that's what I used to equate. That's my childhood right there, bro. It was like swings when we were doing all that, the Boy Scouts and kind of hanging out. So,
that was a good time, man. We would have.
Bro.
We had a good time during that time, and then we would watch our wrestling shows and shit like that.
Hot dogs, bro. Hey, you gotta have a whole segment about your mom's hot dogs, bro. I can we'll break down the ingredients, bro. Hey, we'll get Gordon Ramsay in here, bro.
Gordon Ramsay,
lamb sauce.
Yes, lamb sauce. Well, before we continue, man, we're gonna do a quick break. We actually have a new commercial that we're excited to feature. And for our viewers, you'll be able to see it. There's a QR code and all that. So let's pay some bills by highlighting this commercial break, and then we'll definitely get back into the story, man. Did you get to your destination and forgot to hit your local dispensary? Well, we got your back with Grass Door Delivery. Grass Door is one of the largest cannabis delivery services here in California, and they can have your cannabis experience delivered right to your door within 45 minutes. So go ahead and visit grassdoor.com and use our personal promo code SEDConnects at checkout, and you'll receive 20% off your first 3 deliveries. Again, that's SEDConnects, CED Connects at checkout, and we'll go ahead and take 20% off your first 3 deliveries. Now go ahead, relax, and enjoy the rest of this episode while your order is on the way. Oh man, I was just telling these guys. I was up at 3 in the morning doing this commercial.
That's that was that one voice for me. A lot of you guys sit there. Some still a rose, bro. You feel me? You got that one cotton between each one of your toenails for you. Feel me? Pintaditos. It's just
I was trying to be quiet. I didn't want to wake the kids up.
no, but you woke something up. For me. You woke something up in me, fool. Sure, for sure. No,
I hope we get some clicks off of that then.
yeah, for sure. Hey, shout out, comment below.
Comment below, guys.
Comment below. What do you think happened? Se me paró. No, it's fine. Hashtag se me paró.
There you go. Fucking Johnny. All right, man. So now talk to me about you mentioned family.
Mhm.
How many kids do you have, bro?
So let's get to this subject. This will be a whole other show from. No, so I mean, early on, like I said, I have 4 biological kids and I got 2 adopted kids. Now there's a couple other kids in that mix with on my wife's side, but like I said, they live with their father. But 2 boys, 2 girls biologically. Got 2 boys out in Vegas with my ex-wife. Shout out, I'm in the army. Yep, I got 2 ex-wives. No, 1 ex-wife, excuse me. And I got 2 with my wife now. I previously had 2 daughters as well that I adopted.
Yeah.
So they're with me as well. But yeah, I got 4 at the house right now.
And what's the youngest age?
The youngest is 9.
9.
Yeah, that's my Ellie Belly, bro. She punches me.
Okay, so with the 9-year-old as the youngest child, talk to me about the relationship you've had, at least in speaking with them about cannabis.
So
Has that conversation happened, and how have you handled those situations?
right, and then you know what? And folks are gonna comment on it. I know they are. It is what it is. But honestly, I'm very open, super open. For me, it doesn't. I don't hide it. It's not taboo. Alcohol is perfectly legal, bro. But listen to me. You're watching your parents act a fool drunk. You know what my kids see
Yeah.
me do? Come back, in and out, Burger King. You feel me? That's it. The kids are happy. They know there's gonna be a corner store run. You feel me?
Right.
Food smoke. They know they ploy for there. They know they're planning. There, you feel me? Like, all right, Dad went in the garage. Okay, all right, sounds good. Start making the list, folks. Start making the list. Folks.
Making the list.
Yeah,
Get the
they already know.
Doritos on that
about to
list.
Hashitos.
Get those takis in there.
No, I mean, my kids. I'm all very open with my kids. Very open about it. I don't hide it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What has it done to their? My kids live a very harmonious life. Honestly, they do. There's love in my household. There's always food, warm, house cook, home cooked meals. You know what I'm saying? It's very inviting. It's always warm. There's no negativity in my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my kids don't see, and I'm sure they don't see cannabis in a negative way. They don't. They know that
Yeah.
what their dad's doing. You know what I mean?
So, is there are these kids the ones that saw you on the
Yes,
medication?
yeah, and they experience. They're younger on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But they experience all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's crazy that you brought that up,
Yeah.
because I remember another friend of mine. His name is Jason. Shout out to you, Jason. But I remember he shared with me that as a kid growing up, his dad was also in the military,
Right.
and you brought up alcohol abuse,
Right.
Mhm.
and as a child, he shared that depending on how their dad came home, they knew what type of day it was going to be, and they
right,
knew that if he came and he didn't have that smoke, it's gonna be a fucked up night for them.
Right.
And then if they knew that he had smoked, then it was gonna be a completely different father.
Right.
Mhm.
And so was that something similar
Of course,
that your children?
yeah, of course. I mean, and here's the thing, though. You know, I went through a lot of it. I think that's gonna be one of the worst things I could talk about that they experience, and it was more so the sounds and the visuals. Because the
Mhm.
one thing I've tried to hide the visuals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
sometimes just like anybody else. I mean, couples, man, we go into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happens to all of us. It's the reality of everything. Um, so you hear the sounds sometimes. You know what I mean? But for the better parts, like I said, my kids on the visual side, they didn't see any of that stuff. You know, we
Mhm.
didn't get to experience those things. And also, I mean, you ask any one of my kids, bro. I've never laid a hand on any one of my kids. My kids know that. They know their dad. I can say that. Look, CPS. Hey, shout out to CPS, bro. I can come investigate me all you want. No, but I've never laid a hand on my kids. I haven't had need to. I've raised my kids with respect. You know what I mean? And I've given them respect and space. So I think in that it's turned into an open conversation about cannabis. If they
Yeah.
have a question to me, I'd let them know. You know what I mean? And then honestly, one of my daughter's pediatricians very early on, he told me she was like 12, 11 or 12. And it's for my oldest. He told me very early on, speak to your child. He said this when it came to the behavioral section, right?
Mhm.
He says on the physical side, he says, speak to your child, be very open about everything that's happening because someone else is going to tell them. Someone else is going to let them know about life. So let them hear it
Yeah.
from you directly. So, no, man, I'm not one of those parents that BS's my kids. You know what I mean? They know everything that's happening. They know why I do it. They know what daddy did. And they respect. One thing I love about my kids, bro, they respect everything I do.
Has any of your children asked to try it?
So I got an older one. I got my oldest son. Okay, because it's with me. He's 22, 23. It's my wife's old. My wife's
Already?
oldest. Yeah, my wife's oldest.
Uh,
So he was very early on, and we grew up in a pretty at that moment he was going to a school that was kind of bad in a bad neighborhood. So
okay.
very early on, he already knew it. He already had be happening before I even knew about it. And these were the days where when I was hiding it, when I first started smoking, I wasn't like today. You feel me? Today, the living room, they're rolling it up. You feel me? Like, hey, they know what's up. Back in the days, man, I was so secret. You feel me? Yeah, the kids go to bed. You feel me? I'm in the back. We got the knee when I was washing my hands. You feel me? Little joint. Only took 2 puffs and put the joint away. That was back when we first started smoking again, and the joint will last you like 3 days. You feel me? Now a joint, I got 3 in 3 days. I mean 3 in a day. But at that time frame, I was hiding it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that kind of fun stuff. They're younger and all that. So, but no, like I said, man, you can't hide it from. You can't hide it from. You gotta be real about stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Got some flash questions that we're gonna do for you,
Gotcha.
brother.
Let's do it.
All right. Some flash questions. Would you rather go through a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
Ooh. With or without Wi-Fi, bro?
What do you
I
want
was-
Wi-Fi
yeah.
if it's a
Yeah, without Wi-Fi, go with the robots because they can't communicate. You feel me? And if it's Spectrum Wi-Fi, for sure, still the robots. Just get no seed, man. No, I mean, speaking real, probably a zombie apocalypse, bro.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, zombie apocalypse for sure. Yeah, it's flesh, bro. Yeah,
Alright.
for sure.
Now, LA Mexican food or
Oh.
Texas Mexican
Well,
food?
the fact that you even asked that question, bro, is enough. I don't even know why. You know what? I gotta go, bro. I gotta go. Nah, hey, come on. Shout out to LA Mexican food, bro. Here's the thing: it's regional Mexican food. So what I learned in my culinary experience is that regional Mexican food it comes from every food from the Yucatan is completely different from food from Oaxaca. I mean, food from like Jalisco. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then you got food from Nayarit, seafood from Nayarit. You know what I mean? So, thing about Tex-Mex is that Tex-Mex is everything's based on the ingredients of what they
Well, I
found
wasn't
around them.
necessarily talking about
Uh,
Tex-Mex. I was just thinking because obviously,
Let's talk
Texas-
two kind of restaurant, like a Jalisco Mexican restaurant here, like a Jalisco Mexican restaurant over
sure,
there.
yeah, go
California,
apples for apples.
California, California. And the biggest reason I'm gonna tell you is the produce.
Really?
California because of produce, bro. Yeah, for
Gotcha.
sure. The produce is so much better in California, and it comes like I mean, so when you get Mexican food down here, even like aguacates and cilantro and everything like that's completely different. Out there, where it's all most of the vegetation is imported. You know what I mean?
Do they have Here's a random ass thought, but do they have an elote man in Texas?
No, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They
Hey, so here's the
don't?
thing, bro. No, not at all. Hey, look, so if my kids heard that ringing, wiggy, but Dad, there is something a clown out there or some weird shit's happening. I don't know what's going on, but you need to go talk to that fool in the car out there. Talking about raspados, man. No, but so there's a guy that comes around and he's in a regular truck, bro. But no, none of that stuff, bro. Not at all. Come on. Me and my brother talking about one day about putting up West we'll just sell like the Tosti Locos, bro, and like all the small stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
The Bionicos and
Why
those
not?
kind of
Why,
things, bro.
why don't you?
Honestly, bro, it's just here's the thing, bro. I got comfortable in my job. We'll get into that too for sure, bro.
Yeah.
But I got a little complacent in it, bro. So work became kind of easy, bro. So I enjoy, like I said, I enjoy what I do in life insurance, bro. So and then I
Okay,
didn't wanna,
you're still in that.
yeah, for sure.
Okay,
for
cool.
sure,
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that. then.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and we heard you got a comedy set too, right?
Yeah, I know. So I'm getting I got the whole crowd laughing already. You feel me? Comment below. Um, but you know, I'm gonna get something together on Texas for sure. I'm gonna do an open mic there. I'm gonna try to do that. You know, and that part here, that part's part of therapy. Honestly, if I get into it for reals, bro, like I have the stage fright thing. I've had it for years, so I'm very social. I've always have been, bro. I've been super social. Even
Right.
my wife will tell me. Everyone I come around, my old friends and stuff like that. And this is before they knew me, before the PTSD really kicked in.
Yeah.
But even after with the cannabis and everything, bro, I've gotten this kind of social anxiety. I mean, of course, a little liquor spirit in me, of course, you know what I mean? I'm talking to everybody. But on a normal basis, bro, it's difficult for me to go around people and I should be like social and talk and bring up conversations and stuff like that. So in that same set, brother, going after it and trying to do like this small set of comedy, open mics and things like that, even if it was because I tell a lot of people, they tell me I'm funny, you know what I mean? They're like, dude, you got a whole room laughing. And I'm just like, oh, really? And they're like, man, you should do comedy. And I've heard it, you know, here and there. But for me, I want to break that fear I have, bro, of getting up on the mic and talking. And I think you gave me one of the best pieces of advice, bro. You don't even know this. I guess
Me?
yeah, bro. I'm gonna share this with you, bro. You gave me one of the best pieces of advice. I tried to tell you life insurance, bro, about a year and a half ago. Don't you remember, bro? I sat down at
Yeah,
the
of
table with
course.
you and
We
your
were
wife,
at the
bro.
house,
Yeah.
right?
After I left, bro, you told me one thing. You said, "Hey, can I give you a piece of advice?" You remember that or no?
I don't.
Do you remember that?
No,
Dude.
I don't.
So you told me, you're like, let me give you a piece of advice. And I said, what's up? And you had been on radio already. You had been doing your thing already. So, you know, you had more knowledge on speaking, you know what I mean?
Really?
And so one of the things you had told me, you're like, dude, you'd be dope, bro, if you just slow down a little bit.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
you said
I
you'd be
did.
dope, bro. If you
I did
just
say that.
slow down. You know what I mean? If you slow down. And so I took that advice to heart, bro. Honestly, God, to be honest with you, bro, I should be man, we had to some 20s, bro. Some of this commission is yours, bro. I've made. You feel me? But it really helped me in my career, bro. Because I started realizing that when friends, let's talk about life insurance. When I'm selling life insurance, I realized that it's not, you can't come from a sales point of view, just an informative point of view. So I stopped doing my job in a salesman pitch.
Right.
And I just kind of sat down and gave people the fact and let you make the decision, and I walk away. And that for me has done a lot more in my business than anything else.
I think that's I
Yeah.
learned that one in any sales.
Yeah.
Fucking back.
If you present the need properly, you know what I mean, and just informative. If you're informative and you present it properly, bro, the decisions to get it has to be.
I forgot. There's a term for
Oh.
that, and I can't think of what it was. But I don't know if you remember. Remember when I used to do fucking sales for the Dodgers and the Clippers and all
yes.
that?
We do the jerseys and everything, right? And
Not,
everything?
no. That was at the store. That's when I
Okay.
worked at the store. But after that, I used to work I used to did like door to door marketing,
Okay.
and I would have either the packets and of like little coupons.
Right.
You pay like X amount for a booklet of coupons.
Right. And you made like commission off of
And
it.
I would make that was the only
Yeah,
way I got paid was through commission
Right.
and through selling. If I didn't sell shit, I didn't make shit for
Yeah.
the day.
And there's a fear in knocking on those doors,
And-
bro. There is.
Dude, hell yeah.
There's a fear in knocking on those doors, bro.
And so I would go in, and there was a point where I had tickets. Like we had the agency I worked for, we had actual tickets
Mhm.
to the Dodger game, and they were good tickets, man.
Right.
This was back when, for all you Dodger fans, it was when Manny Ramirez was on the team, and the tickets that we had were the field level seats. And they were the back cornered field level seats.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
And we had the entire section, and I had them stapled. It was $35 at the time. Those tickets were $35.
Mhm.
Those seats were $35, and we had them stapled together, 2 tickets, and I would sell them at $35 the pair. So I would go to different places, and I would like, hey, I got tickets. Are you a Dodger fan? No, first I wouldn't even say Dodger fan. Are you a baseball fan?
No.
And then I'd give them the tickets. I'd let them hold the tickets, and then like, are you available this day? No.
Yeah.
All right. If they think about it, just if they
Yeah.
took more than like a minute just thinking about it, I would take it out of their hand
Yeah.
and I'd move on to the next.
Right.
And then they would be like, wait, hold on.
Create that need.
Right.
Create
I
that
created
need.
the
Yeah,
need
yeah.
for it. And then they were
Right.
like, is this legit? I'm like, if
Sell
you're
this
asking me,
pen.
don't worry
Sell me
about
this
it.
pen. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
don't worry about it.
That Wolf of Wall Street
I'll just go,
moment.
I'll go somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that, you know,
dope.
It was that, like creating the
You
need.
still got Dodger tickets, bro?
I don't.
Oh man. Hey,
I
shout out
know.
to the Dodgers. For
I
sure.
don't.
If you don't speak that good, los Dodgers. You know what I mean? Shout out to los Dodgers también.
So life insurance. So so you went from before you did life insurance, so you were
The
also
restaurant
in
game.
the
Yeah,
restaurant,
I was in the
right? I
restaurant
remember
game for a while,
that.
yeah.
You
So
were
I had,
doing that.
when
And then it was a point, and I remember this because we were creating this whole master plan,
yeah.
and then you just like left where we wanted to do some cannabis cuisine
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna get into that for sure. Yeah.
avenue.
Yeah.
And what happened there?
No kids, bro. On everything, you know what I mean. It goes back to my kids, man. I had to go back to Texas, and when you get into that, it's not you get into this complacency, but you get into a comfort zone. Like for instance, here's the best example I can tell you, bro. I love waking up in the morning, walking my daughters a block and a half down to their bus stop, waving them off, giving the kiss, and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm afforded the opportunity, and I know I'm blessed, bro, in that aspect, bro. My army retirement, whatever it was, the double-edged sword, right? I got my army retirement, right? My pension, I guess you can call it. So I was blessed with the opportunity, bro, to be able to work a schedule now where those luxuries are afforded to me, bro. And they're luxuries, bro. Those moments with your kids, you know what I mean? And you know that, bro, you're head of a father. I mean, you've gone back and forth always, bro,
Yeah.
about this, about fatherhood, bro. But when you're afforded the opportunity to be able to do that, bro, no money in the world can flip you. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, I'm a thinker. I'm a free dreamer, bro. I pop up ideas from every direction. You know what I mean?
Man, me
Oh,
too.
bro, we can make millions of dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Me too, bro. I
We
was
gonna sell
just-
mixtapes.
just before coming in here, I was just talking to Julia. Shout out to you, man.
You gonna start stripping, bro. I'm
For
gonna be your
reals.
manager.
Shout out to you, Julia. But
Yeah.
like we were just talking about that shit,
Yeah,
about like
yeah.
my vision, my plan, even with just the show,
Yeah.
and where I see the
Yeah.
show going, and
Yeah.
and she's like, I don't see that far.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm already 10 years ahead of you. Like, let's go. Hurry.
Stay that way, bro. Stay that way. 'Cause
But-
you're gonna dream big, bro. The big things are gonna come your way. Yeah, for sure.
We're working, man. We're definitely working on getting this popping.
But when you
But-
like I said, going back to that, bro, when you're talking about like, you know, getting all that stuff done, do you know everyone I've ever done? So I did a dinner last night over at my cousin's house, bro. About 10, 12 people came by and I hosted a dinner, bro, put things together. And it's a pleasure for me to do it, bro. My cousin even said, bro, you don't got to do it. And they're all asking me to help his wife. And I was like, you guys sit back and enjoy, you know, I'm in town.
Yeah.
And they were actually questioning it, bro, because they're like, no, you should be vacationing, bro. I love doing that, bro. But I put together a meal where, and this is one thing I can tell you right now. Me and my brother, my brother George, bro, we put meals together, and tastings and stuff like that together all the time. We've got offered restaurants, bro. We've got offered funding. We've got offered backing, all the time, bro. And it's way too often that I get that told that, bro. So last night when I did the dinner, a cousin of mine even said it, bro. My cousin told me, he said, look, if you're thinking about moving back to California, he goes, come out at me, bro. Like, I'll back it, you know, and I'll get you the capital for a restaurant. So it's not the first time, bro. Every time we put the meal together, this is not to be cocky, bro, but shout out to my mom, bro. I mean, all the flavor came from it's La Herencia, you know what I mean? It came from her hand, bro. It's one thing we got from her is her cooking skills, so her flavor. Even my little brother, bro, he can get down. But everywhere we go, bro, we're told, you know what I mean? What we put down is solid, bro. Super solid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just copied your mom's hot dog recipe, bro. I'll show it to everybody. Yeah.
Nice.
I was pawned off a recipe, bro. Hell yeah. Now I'm the greatest chef in the world. But no, man, you know what? Let's get into that one, bro, real quick here, bro. Moms, okay? And here's the thing, bro, your family. I know that, you know, saying you got me on the show, but let me talk a little bit about you, bro. I don't know if we do that too much often on the show. But let me say something about you, bro. This is a different perspective, okay? Your family, bro. First and foremost, your blood runs with success, bro, because all your family members, bro, whether it's your cousins, you know what I mean, everyone's doing something, bro. You feel me? So that's super dope to watch you, your family, your bloodline, bro, do that. Honestly, be successful like that, bro. But the two women in my life, so my mom took off a little early on because my parents had some troubles, you know what I mean? So now that I'm older, I understand it. You know, I love my mom to death, you know what I mean? I can't live without her. Same thing with my pops, but I understood as an adult, right? So I always said this, and I said this to Chris, bro. I wrote it to him one time, especially when he posted about his mom. Shout out to Smoke Apparel, by the way. When he wrote for his mom, bro, and for, you know, when it was our anniversary when she passed away, your Thea's Elliott, bro. I mean, dude, your mom and her were the maternal figures when I was growing up, bro. You feel me? When I got maternal love, bro, like to learn a little bit of that, bro. If I got a decent relationship aspect today, bro, it's because of your mom and because of her. You feel me?
Yeah.
Those were the maternal figures when I was growing up. I remember, you know what I'm saying? So I missed that a lot for so many years, bro. So that's why I say your family, I hold them dear, bro. More dear than you can think of, bro. Like coming to your house, bro, was a highlight of my childhood, bro. Your mom took us in like we're her kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was always super dope going to your house, bro. Like one of my finest childhood memories, bro, is going to your house. You know what I mean?
That's
Hot
dope.
dogs, bro. The hot dogs,
hot
bro.
dogs.
Hey, Sheila, the hot dogs.
Yeah.
Freeze dry them. I'm gonna send you my address later.
Well, of course she's gonna be listening to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Sheila,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom Sheila's always on.
Yeah,
She
bro.
is.
But it was, you know what? Those are some of my fondest childhood memories, bro. That's why I hold you, your brothers, bro, William, bro. All you guys were like different characters, bro. And it's like my childhood and everything that was fun, dude, even to the Oktoberfest, bro. One of my dopest alcoholic, you know, that 20s, the 18s alcohol
I wish
moment,
I had
bro.
pictures. You know what? Let me
No,
see if
it
I can
was,
try to put pictures
who
up.
was older? Irving was there.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your brother was there. My brother was there.
Oh,
Victor
my
was there, bro.
God.
Yeah, those are dope. I got one picture, I think, somewhere, bro. I'll send it to you, bro.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got them too somewhere.
Yeah,
I
that
should
was dope,
try
bro.
to find them.
So a lot like that. You have a lot of my memories. Even when I came back, remember when we kicked at the bar in Redondo?
yeah,
It was during, we
No,
were having
maybe
tough
not.
times, bro. We're having tough times. It's when we were having some tough times, bro.
Yeah,
But it's like we've managed to always get together, bro, when those kind of moments. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
so sit afar, bro, and watch your success now, bro. Super dope. It really is, bro. It really is. Shout out to you, El Polanco, bro. Hell yeah, for sure, bro.
dang, Oktoberfest. Though.
Oktoberfest was dope, bro. Torrance, hey, shout out to Torrance Alpine Village, bro.
That's right. If y'all haven't been, man,
Hey, you
woo,
gotta go.
we
You
went dressed up
Yeah.
and and we had a whole. Hey, look at you already
My
fucked
bad,
up.
Yeah, we bought what is it called?
We bought
late
the-
hosen. Yeah,
the-
late
yeah.
hosen. Yeah, we got the late hosen, bro. We went to go buy boots. I'm like,
Yes.
bro. We bought the whole outfit.
We
We
had
this
the
full.
whole outfit, and
Yeah.
by the time we were leaving, we didn't have the outfit on.
And guess what? Hey, and guess what? Guess what? You wouldn't even believe we were in German.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even believe we were in German. Yeah. You should have seen this, bro. I swear to God. Guten Tag, for sure. For the enemy, bro. It was there, bro. But no, it was a good time, man. Alpine was dope. But yeah, those are some of the best memories, bro. Like I said, we kicked it. All the homies. You feel me? Every time I come back, because I've always come back, right? I come back
Yeah.
2-3 times a year all the time, bro. Come back. Now that I'm older, I come back and enjoy some of them with a little more scratchy in your pocket. You get to enjoy LA and the entire city for what it's worth. You feel me, bro? You get to have some nice dinners, see some good places, camping in some good spots. You know what I mean? So things that we honestly we couldn't afford when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I only got to see the shittier side of LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see the beauty.
The
of it, bro.
fucking what was the van?
Oh, bro, the shaggin' wagon, bro. All the homies got laid. And that was 100% true, by the way.
Yeah.
All the homies got laid in the van. Poor van, bro. Poor van, bro. So my first car ever was a Ford Aerostar. All right. It was gold and like tan Ford Aerostar, right?
Wow.
Those late 80s ones, bro.
Yeah.
So, but some of the homies had smaller cars, but because we go to the beach, right? Especially Imperial Beach, shout out Doc Weiler.
Mhm.
All the homies got laid in Doc Weiler. Anyways,
Oh,
but I used to take my dad's minivan, right? So we take the back seats out, bro. I was like a little, I was
Uh-huh.
ready, like, so honestly, guys, you know what? Airbnb should be, you should be paying me some money. You feel me? I was setting that thing up before they were, you feel me? Areas where you can get down, you know what I mean? For rental.
Oh fuck!
But I
man.
wasn't drunk. But no, yeah, that was dope, bro. That van, man, if the van can speak, bro. God damn, bro. I think that van had an STD, bro.
Oh shit!
One tire was bigger than the other sometimes, you feel me?
Oh,
One tire had a little bump on the side and she could get rid of it. You know what I mean? Go, okay, let's go. Oh, Lord.
Why don't you just put that on the table?
Put it on the table,
Just
bro.
put it on the table.
Put it on the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, those are, oh, man. Hawthorne, bro. God, we did a lot, bro.
Oh,
So,
boy.
I went to every school, bro. I didn't even tell you this. Hey, I mean, you know that? You know, I went to every school, right? In the South Bay?
Think
Pretty
so.
much, yeah. Mine is Inglewood, bro, but Morningside. But I started off my career. I can when I started my career. Right? My career as a juvenile delinquent. I started my career as a juvenile delinquent. Okay. No, I was a mess, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be true to tell, but I was a mess early on. So the army saved me. So, but I started off in Lawndale, bro. Shout out to the Cardinals, bro. When I started in Lawndale, got kicked out of there. That didn't take long. Moved me over to Hawthorne, bro. That's when I finally ran into you guys again in Hawthorne. And then do you remember why I got kicked out of Hawthorne? Did you ever see the story behind that? Do you remember that there was one blood in that school? It's a black dude named they used to call him Buntry, little Buntry or Buntry. His full name Griffiths or Griffin or something like that. Nah.
I don't
Anyways,
remember. Maybe, but
So my brother had came back from the army, right? And this fool this is the era of Fubu, right? Where Fubu was hopping.
You know, I just saw that Fubu's making a
he's
comeback.
making a comeback.
I
Dope.
just saw that. Yeah, I just heard that they're making a comeback,
That's dope.
and they're not coming back with like new shit.
Yeah.
They're coming back with like the old, like the stuff that was out back then.
Like they're about to
Smart.
they're
bring
like
out those-
bringing it right back.
It's
Yeah,
all this stuff.
those silk Fubu shirts again,
Yeah.
bro. Oh,
they're bringing it right back.
talking about that subject. So I had an all red silk Fubu shirt, bro. My brother had brought back from New York. So my brother's stationed in New York. So he had a lot of New York fashion early on, right? And I started bringing it back to LA and stuff like that. So I had the all red shirt. I was wearing like black jeans, some red chucks. Okay. So that day, this dude gets into it with some, I think it's Tongue and Cribs, bro, Hawthorne. He gets into it by himself because, of course, I only socialized with him because it was cool in class, you know, but I was never a part of it. But guess who decided to wear that red Fubu and red chucks that day, right? Automatically, I was associated with this fuck. I kicked out of Hawthorne for that. So then I became an Olympian, bro, we're losing her. You know what I mean? That lasted 3 months. Yeah, the race whites were out, bro, and I got kicked out again, bro.
Goodness.
So from no lie, that's freshman to the end of sophomore year, but I already went to 3 schools. Yeah, no lie. And then I got sent to so let me see, Cardinals, Cougars, Olympians, and then I went to Lloyd, bro. The Lloyd fuck ups, you feel me? So and that was all. If you guys know what Lloyd is, then you guys are gonna know what that is. That's that one little bungalow behind Lawndale where they don't even have a field, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Those are the continuation.
yeah,
school.
the continuation school where they couldn't
Yeah.
send you anywhere else. So yeah, I didn't know their mascot. So but yeah, I went to all those schools, bro. Just so I was a mess, like I said, bro. The Army for sure. I was after
Straightened
that,
you up.
straightened me the hell out, bro, for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, childhood.
Yeah, oh, yeah, we're all there for sure.
But I'm glad that we're all adults now,
Yeah, yeah, hell
And
yeah, for
we've-
sure.
seen through the
Yeah, yeah. The
through it all.
the horrors of Hawthorne, California.
So after all that, now you're doing life insurance.
Yeah, so restaurants, like I said, after the Army, restaurants, did that for a while. Honestly, the life insurance I fell into, bro. I fell into after I had to do a shoulder surgery. I had this one had been gone for years since the Army had been messed up, but I chased it down and they scheduled some surgery for me, right? That was a moment of clarity for me, bro, because I realized I couldn't continue to just be physical. You know what I mean? I ended up going to college. Okay, I got my degree from University of Mary Hardin, my BBA in management. I never used it for nothing. Okay, never. I just went to school because the Army paid for it. All right, so that's pretty much why I did it. So, but I had some knowledge on, you know what I'm saying, operating in a business environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after the surgery, bro, honestly, God, what changed me was one morning, bro, I couldn't even get up to piss, bro, because of the surgery and so much pain and the strength I didn't have, bro, that I literally, and I'll share this with you very candidly, bro, I ended up like urinating on myself a little bit, but you know how humiliating that was for me at the time? So it changed a lot of that mentality, bro, where I'm like, I can't continue to put in this, because being a chef, bro, being a cook, bro, is rigorous, bro. Like it puts a lot on your body. It really does. The scheduling, the drinking, hell yeah, the drinking. But it's rigorous work. You feel what I'm saying? So it's physical. So after that, like I said, my shoulder surgery really humbled me, bro, to where I got to start using my brain. Let me find another position where I could do a lot less physically and kind of see if I can make some money. I found an entry level position at a State Farm office right there in Texas. You know, just kind of going in there, learning the business, I guess.
Yeah.
That lasted like 2 weeks, bro, on cold calling because I was in it. You know what I mean? My agent at the time, she was super dope, bro. She's like, I see confidence in you. So she paid for me to go get licensed. She's like, I want you to get licensed because, of course, I was going to make her more money. So I get licensed, bro. Honestly, within me of entering that entry level position at an insurance company, bro, within a month, I was licensed in both, like I said, property and casualty and life and health. So I'm able to sell the auto insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance, health insurance, but not in that same health insurance aspect. It's more like, you know, hospital income, long-term stuff. But
Yeah.
I was licensed within a month, bro. I just kind of running with it. And then I personally fell in love with the you got to put on a different mask every day in that business. You feel me? Depending on who you're talking to. It's a verbal back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a linguistic battle, if you must. So that's what I appreciate about that job. And especially when you're selling a product, and it's not a shout out to State Farm, but I worked for different companies before, bro. Different life insurance agencies and stuff like that. And I just realized that when it comes to life insurance, bro, you're putting your money away and a company is going to last. So with that aspect, ethically, I couldn't work for this other company anymore. And I'm not going to put their name out. You know what I mean? They're small IMOs that end up representing like 14 or 15 different companies. And they make you great commission, all that stuff. And you're selling a dog shit product, you know, to 72-year-old Juanita, living in Compton that can barely afford this product, but she wants to make sure her kids have something, right?
Yeah.
But they don't see the fine print in these products. You know what I mean? They just go ahead and they get excited about it. So that's why honestly I went back to State Farm, because I know that the company's going to last another 150 years. You know what I mean? They're not going anywhere. They're number one for a reason. So that's one of the main reasons, like I said, I went back. Sell an ethical product to people, man. So I'm actually selling something that's worth it for them.
Nice. So, where can our listeners find out more information from you about life insurance if they wanted to?
Oh man, they can hit me up, bro. So say Johnny underscore la gente de la gente. You feel me? Always you find me on Instagram. Definitely hit me up. You can always call me. My number's on there. I only sell in the state of Texas, but I've always told everybody
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I got people still here in California. So a buddy of mine, as a matter of fact, called me the other day, and I insured him with my buddy out here in California. But if I had to just put one quick topic out there, Raza and Latinos are the hardest people to sell this life insurance to. There's that stigma, okay? Me lo compro, me muero. You feel me? That's it. Oh, I'm putting the hex on me. Me voy a morir la otra semana. Listen to me. And if I can get anything to your listeners, bro, is this, bro. Let's talk about cannabis. It's a good time. But you don't want to start these GoFundMes when they're too late. You feel me? That's what I hate seeing that. I really do. I hate seeing that when you got kids, okay, willing and able, you can put away $30 in between you. So say you have 3 brothers, okay, it's my example, 2 brothers and my sister, okay, you guys can put away $20 a piece, okay, you can take care of your parents, not have to worry about a GoFundMe account, you know what I mean, when something happens to them. So little information is out there about that, what products can do for you, how they're financial products for your kids, bro. That's one that throws me off. I never knew realize how these people were sending their kids to college back in the days, you know what I mean. But one of the methods is life insurance, bro. All these policies when they're born are $20 a piece. Spend $100 on your kid. Invest $100 for the next 15, 16 years on your kid. That stuff's going to equate to money you can pull back, because all these things, they develop cash value. So pull some stuff out, buy them a new car, get them to college, pay the initial payment on a wedding or whatever the case may be. These are things you can do. So personal note, I got daughters, bro. So we can share this sentiment. The main reason, and I share this with a joke or not, but the main reason why I bought it is, I got a lot of fucking weddings to pay for. You feel me? God damn. So shit, you know what I mean? So I purchased policies on my kids because one day they're gonna want that vestido. You feel me? They're gonna want that beautiful wedding. They're gonna want that vacation, whatever the case may be. So that's one of my purposes for buying it for my kids. So that's why I said one of the biggest ones, bro, is life insurance is a financial tool for your kids. You're saving money for them. You know what I mean? Better than a bank would too as well. It grows a lot better.
Yeah. It wasn't until recently that I heard that people can borrow off their life insurance, and I was like, what?
Yeah. If I listen to me, if I had the information that I know now when I was 20, I'd be fully retired right now at 45. At 45, I'd be retiring, bro, to put some money away. Because it's crazy. You could put small chunks away of your check, bro, for the next 20 years, 30 years. And then you're going to pull out a larger amount than any bank would have given you. You know what I mean? So the cash return is super dope on that. You know what I mean? And then, of course, the main reason for it is if something happens, your family has. I tell people all the time, your life insurance is what wakes up, bro, when you go to sleep. You feel me? It doesn't replace you, but it wakes up when you go to sleep finally. You know what I mean? It wakes up and puts your kid to college. It wakes up and makes sure your kids can live in the same house that you just raised them in. You feel me? Not only they're missing their dad, their mom, or whatever the case may be, but now they don't got to leave their house, bro. Too many times a father, a breadwinner, a mother, a breadwinner, either or, they're lost, and then the entire family is destroyed. Financially, bro, mostly financially. So that's not saying the life insurance is going to replace a person. I'm not trying to sound insensitive to that. Not at all, bro. Right. God, really, everyone lives forever. You know what I mean? Elon Musk will, for sure. That fool live till fucking 400. We'll watch. To have something in place, bro, to make sure that at least the finance, grieving and be in debt, bro. Imagínate. No, good you go. That's wild, bro. So that's just like I said, my little spiel on that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you guys get me up. If you ever have any questions on it, I'm super dope. Just ask me a question. You know what I mean? And I can always point you to ethical people in the industry. Okay, I can definitely always do that for sure.
Dope. B, any last thoughts?
Yeah, actually, I'm just I keep thinking about what you said about that. Now you feel present, and so and we just met today. I'm happy for you. I'm truly happy for you, because I realize that people get on medication, and that medication not only ruins that person's life, it really ruins generations after that. And so for those people that still don't believe in cannabis, like listen to these stories.
Right.
And
Right.
so I'm happy for you.
I appreciate you,
And I know when we should have brought this up earlier too, but I think last week they passed a law where now they're gonna allow for testing to be done, um, and so we're gonna get more facts
Yeah.
coming through soon, hopefully.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. There's a long study I'm a part of, man. I don't even know if it's out there in information, but every year they send us this thing. Just ask us how we're doing after post war. It's called a cohort study or something like that. I get this pamphlet in the mail every year, and I allocate on that, but I always put that, make sure I put that thing on there, and I said, whatever you're doing, this smoking cannabis, I want to make sure the information's out there. And my wife gets scared sometimes. She honestly do. She's like, "Oh, they're gonna know." I'm like, let them know. I want them to know that this is what's making me better. So when I'm clicking that little happy smiley face at the end of the little tally that they have on there,
because of cannabis.
are you doing better? How are you feeling overall? 5. How are you? Just in this, what's 5? You know what I mean? I'm doing better thanks to the cannabis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cannabis saves lives. You know what I mean? Honestly, it does. It changes people in a positive way, and if it even saves 1 or 2 of my homeboys, I'll always be behind it. You know what I mean? If it's getting these guys and bringing them back to reality, bringing them back down to a place where they can enjoy time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dope. I don't know why we're looking at it in any negative way. So
that was powerful that you just said. What you just said right there, like,
and it's real, bro.
that
That's
it
the thing.
allows
The
them
best
to
thing, bro,
enjoy
is
time.
it's real. It's super real, bro. And I live it on a daily basis. I really do, bro. I woke up yesterday. I didn't have no bud yesterday, bro. When I was with my cousin, I was being respectful. I was at my cousin's house, right? And so I went outside. It was probably like 6 hours later. I'm such a stoner. 6 hours later. Oh, Marie, have you ever sucked dick for coke? It's one of those moments. You feel me? I was feeding, bro.
No wonder Danny sounded good to you.
Yeah, what's up, fool? But now it's one of those moments, bro. I want to go, bro. I hit it, bro, and then it just, like I said, it mellows you out, bro. You're able to join company. I went back into that party, bro. I was able to join the company just a little bit better, because I wasn't. I go back to worrying. All the small, the stupid things too. It's not huge. It's not. And here's the thing about PTSD. And I know the segments about veterans, bro. PTSD happens to all of us, bro. We all experience it, bro.
Yeah.
We all go through it on a daily basis. You feel me? Whether it's in the smallest things, bro. Driving home from work and worrying about something you forgot. You feel me? Or this or that or this or case B.
Or even like as simple as a car accident, right?
Yeah.
Like trauma.
Yeah, it's trauma.
Because
Bro.
it's trauma, post trauma,
post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah,
right. So if you've gone through
getting abused as a kid, bro, physical abuse, sexual abuse, all those kind of everything, bro. Everyone, we all have some form of PTSD. I always say that, but no matter, we all suffer from something. You know what I mean? Something that bugs us. And this medicine has come around. This plant has come around and been here forever to bring us all back to some form of reality.
Right.
So it's crazy.
Yeah,
for sure, bro.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap up here. I want to thank you for coming through, bro.
No, I appreciate you guys having me, bro. For you, that's dope, bro. Anytime, like I said, you guys are good people for sure, bro. I appreciate you guys having me.
It's been fun.
I hope I made you guys
going through down memory lane.
Yeah, for sure.
Hope our viewers.
And one more thing before it goes up, bro. I'm able to laugh and make these jokes now today because of it. Honestly, you wouldn't want to interview me, bro. Old Johnny.
Yeah.
Old Johnny wouldn't even showed up. You know what I mean? So I'm able to laugh. I'm able to smile, and I'm able to enjoy life because of it, bro. So shout out to Cannabis. Shout out to Cannabis.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because
you'd be out of business without it, bro.
I'd be out of business.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Business.
Yeah,
it's true. So all our listeners, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We're streaming live. Well, not live anymore right now, but we are streaming on Mondays at 4:20. Make sure to tune in. Make sure again to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at CED_connects. And shout out to our sponsors, our social equity sponsors too. We got a few on the table there. We have the Fizz, we have 4Gs, we have La Familia as well. Sync SF, they're a new one there too as well. Shout out to Ivan in their camp with some great flower there, social equity, and we also had dope flavors. We've had them on the show not too long ago. They, if you guys remember, they were talking about putting out their products. Well, they finally did, and that's their packaging there. So shout out to those guys. And then lastly, Yerba there with the Yerba with their pre-roll right there. But to all our listeners, thank you guys for tuning into this other episode. Make sure to follow us, and we'll see you guys next week. All right.
Dope.
We're gonna have our little thing there. Ooh.
Muchas gracias, everybody.